Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day while I'm here at the beautiful The Vine Secrets. If you're into wine, this is absolutely a hotel for you. I mean, it's called The Vine, for gosh sakes. Beautiful resort. Look at my room. This is incredible. I didn't choose the room, by the way. This is travel only. I didn't choose any of this. This is my company. I just put my name in to come. So here we are. But I do have some cruise news, including some issues with more norovirus on one luxury cruise line. We have rumors that NCL could be eliminating an awful lot of shows. And if you're looking into buying stocks, well, there's one cruise line stock that's running pretty hot right now. So our first story is the Viking Neptune. She is currently in Nova Scotia, about to head to the United States, and she has had a gastronomical outbreak, probably norovirus, on board. It hasn't been strictly said it's norovirus yet, but that being said, there's 12% of passengers on board that have it. It's around 106 passengers. Now, if you're thinking, oh, 106 doesn't sound like a whole lot, right? When you consider like some ships hold 4,000 or 5,000 passengers, this ship only holds 800. So that's a significant amount of people on that ship. The CDC is aware of it. It's been listed in their report. But we are now, of course, they underwent cleaning. They've introduced new stringent protocols on board. But it's the 13th gastronomical outbreak this season. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because on average, before the pandemic, an average of 11 per year for the past 10 years, but 2020 and before. 11 per year. We're only June, and we just had our 13th outbreak. And when I say outbreak, it means above 10% of the passengers. So that's an awful lot of people. And that's possibly because you do see a lot of people now just kind of have let all, like I said before, let some of those protocols just go. They're no longer washing their hands going into the buffet. They're no longer doing a lot of things that they were doing during COVID. And that has allowed some spread of the norovirus. And it's probably going to go on for this year and probably into next year. Now, am I overly concerned about it? No, I don't want to get an upset stomach. I really don't. I don't want to have to spend half the time in the bathroom on my cruise. However, if you want to put it into comparison, there have been over 190 outbreaks this year in hospitals in the United States. So that should just give you an idea. It's plentiful everywhere. And by the way, that's an unusual amount as well. It's up quite a bit percentage-wise as well. I think people have just said, okay, we don't have those protocols anymore, and I'm not doing it. And now they're paying the price. Also, we have some stories out there going on. I don't know, I haven't confirmed it, yet it's a pretty darn good source. Remember when Norwegian canceled Kinky Boots? They did it out of the blue, and a lot of people were, hey, what's going on? Now, we did question Norwegian on it, and they said, no, it's just a one-time thing. It was a very expensive Broadway show, and there's a way to save money doing other shows and things like that. But if you look at their new ships coming out, like the Prima has the Donna Summer show. And that's really the only Broadway show they have on their ship. They might have some singers come on or a guest vocalist, but that's the big production number, and that's the only one on the ship. Where if you would go on, for instance, the Vlogger cruise that I was on earlier, they had a big production number, and then they also had 6 So they had 2 major production numbers in the theater. Apparently a lot of that is going, and here's just some examples I'm going to give you. We have on the Gem, the show Swing is scheduled to disappear. World Beat on the Spirit is scheduled to disappear. Velvet on the Jewel. What the World Needs Now on the Star. World Beat again on the Sun. Footloose on the Joy. That's a shame. I was hoping to see Footloose on there. Showdown on the Dawn. And this one will be very upset to a lot of people. The Blizz and the Breakaway, both the 6 show. So that's what I hear. It goes from now till 2024, various dates on those ships that they will be phasing out, probably as the scheduled dancers on those shows are at their end of the contract. They got a lot of flack for letting go the company in the middle of their contract when they cut it out on the Encore. So I don't think they're going to do that anymore. But I'm going to try and find out some more information here. It's very disappointing, because quite frankly, when I went on the Blogger cruise and we were on the Breakaway, I think it was, or the Getaway, and I saw the Broadway dancers and how good they were, it made me want to go on more of their ships. But now that I'm hearing that they're going to cut back, it makes me, apprehensible. I don't know if I want to now, if they're only going to have the one show. I'm a big show guy. So I want my entertainment at night. I don't want to just sit and listen to a piano player or a band. I want the shows with the dancers and the singers. So I'll let you know if I hear any more about it here at the conference. I will be asking the questions as soon as I can. But yeah, that's the inside rumors. I've had it now sent to me from 3 different sources. And normally they're pretty good. So we'll see what happens with that. But hey, are you interested in investing in the stock market? Well, for quite a while, cruise lines were not the stock market to get. I mean, they dropped down to next to nothing during the pandemic, obviously. They couldn't sail, they couldn't make money, they had tons of debt, they were selling ships. And then once we restart, they had to rebuild their clientele, get everybody, had to jump through hoops with the CDC and other countries, etc., etc., etc. Well, that seems to be behind them now, and they have introduced some cost-cutting measures on a lot of them. The biggest cost cutter out there in reality has been Carnival Cruise Line, and one of the reasons is they're not building any more new ships for the Carnival. They have like the Princess ship coming out, the Sun Princess, that's coming out, but there's nothing being built right now for Holland America. There's nothing being built for the Carnival brand. So that's where they're planning on saving some money. Plus they had cutbacks and changed their menu and things like that. They've done such a good job, and their business is up with sales and sailings and sold cabins. In fact, this year alone, Carnival is now up 90% since January. 90%. So if you're one of those people who invested in January, you're very happy with your stock right now. And if you're one of those people who bought when it was down below like around $6, you're even happier. And you're hoping that just keeps on rising. And it still has ways to go before it reaches pre-pandemic levels. So it can keep climbing. And it's no longer on the watch out list for a lot of the agencies out there. It's now turning to a buy, which is good news for Carnival and good news for cruising overall, that they're starting to get out of that melee of being, don't buy it because you never know what's going to happen. Well, everybody's cruising right now. The ships are selling out. They're raising their prices. They're saving money. And now the agencies out there see that, and the stock market price is reflecting that. So quickly, before I say goodbye, in the comments down below, let me know what you guys think. Will that change your mind about NCL if they do start cutting all those shows on those ships? Maybe they're going to replace it. Maybe they're bringing in new shows. That's what I'm going to try and find out. I really hope that's the case. I really hope they're not just going to a one show per ship platform. but that remains to be seen right now. I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let's see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.